after we get done making them. Okay, I think it's about 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully people will join us throughout the time. We're going to be with you for about a half hour or so today. We really want to give a big shout out to the White Pigeon Library. Many of you know we were scheduled to be there in March, and of course we had to cancel, but we're excited that they have invited us to do this live presentation. So we're not going to do the whole Olive Oil 101 class. We're hoping in the future we'll still be able to go to the library and do that class for you. But we're going to give you a little walk through the store. We're going to talk about olive oils and vinegars and make a couple recipes with you and hopefully get you excited to try some new avenues of cooking. So, my name is Kim Haller.
Betsy Rambat.
We are co-owners here at Olive Fresh, and we are about a year and a half old. The reason that we are here is because we both love to cook. I'm Italian. I come from a long line of cooks, so olive oils and vinegars have been in my family for years and years. I remember my great-grandpa making his own vinegar in the cellar of his house, and whenever we had a meal, somebody always had to run down and grab the big jug of Grandpa's vinegar so that we could have our oil and vinegar salad. So one of the reasons that we started the store was we want to really introduce the love of cooking to the new and next generation of kids. So often we get busy and we just run out to eat, we grab what we can, and we're not taking time to cook. And I noticed in our family, especially over the last couple months, we've really cooked a lot more as a family. And I love having my kids in the kitchen with me, and they kind of each get assigned a night that they have to make a meal. So it's fun to see what they come up with. So that's our hope with the store. We want it to be a place where people come, they have fun, they learn about cooking. We have had cooking classes. We've done kids cooking classes. We hope to be able to get back to those soon and offer those classes for kids to come in and start cooking again.
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
No, you pretty much have hit it on the head.
All right. So we're going to start with our olive oils. We're going to talk a little bit about olive oils and tell you a little bit about the different kinds of olive oils. So olive oil has been around for over 6,000 years. There's many references to olive oil in history, be it back to the Olympic Games, where olive oil was used to light the Olympic torch. There are many mentions of it in the Bible. It seems to have originated in Greece, and we do get a lot of our olive oils out of Greece and out of the Mediterranean. So we're going to start with our fused and infused olive oils. So the difference between those, the way that olive oil is made is olive oil, when the olives are ripe on the trees, the olives are picked, and right in the orchard they are put into what's called a malaxer, and that crushes the olive into the oil. The pit, the branch, everything that shook all off of that tree is put into this malaxer, and it's crushed right there in the orchard where the olives are in the olive grove. So that's how your extra virgin olive oils are made. It's the purest, it's the finest, it's the best tasting, and it's fresh right off those trees. So when we make our flavored olive oils, we have two different kinds. We have fused olive oils, and when we make fused olive oils, what they are doing is crushing fruit or herbs at the same time they're crushing those olives. So for example, our lemon olive oil is a fused olive oil. So when those olives come off the tree, the olives and the whole lemon is put in this malaxer together and crushed to make your fused lemon olive oil. The taste on these fused oils is phenomenal. It tends to be a little bit more expensive just because of the method behind the way that it's made. So we also have an infused olive oil, and the difference with that is the olive oil is made first, and then the fruit or the herbs are added after it's done. So they become infused. Some of the examples of that would be like our basil or our garlic or our lime. Those are all examples of infused olive oil, where the olive oil is made first and then the flavor is infused after the fact. So one of the ones I want to talk about is our butter, which is one of our popular olive oils. And our butter olive oil is made with an herb. It is vegan, it's naturally infused, it's dairy-free, heart healthy, and it's one of our more popular ones. We have a lot of people replace it for real butter, and it can be used in many different aspects. I know we have a lot of people that like it for waffles or pancakes, things like that. Any of our garlics, or any of our olive oils can be used in baking. So for example, if you have a cake mix that you want to make, instead of using regular olive oil, you can replace it with a lemon olive oil or an orange olive oil, and that just will change the flavoring of your whole dish just by doing that. Also, our olive oils are great for cooking, like on the grill. You can marinate your meats and it'll keep it from sticking on the grill, but it also gives it that really nice sear that you want on a piece of meat when you're cooking it on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to add anything about our olive oils?
Oh golly, there's just so many uses with these infused olive oils. Some of my favorite are the Tuscan and the garlic with scrambled eggs in the morning. What a better way to incorporate your fats, your daily fats, into your breakfast, but through using it and utilizing it with your eggs, or putting it as an oil on your toast. There's just an amazing amount of ways to get your day going with the oils.
So our cameraman is panning down our olive oils. As you can see, we have over 30 different flavors of olive oils in the store, and he's showing you them right now as he's panning down there. We also have regular olive oils that are not flavored, and those are the cream of the crop. We call them ultra premiums because everyone knows that extra virgin olive oil is the best. Ultra premium is a step up from the extra virgin olive oil. It's not only made by having the chemical analysis done on the olive oil, but it's also done by what's called an organoleptic taste panel. So if any of you are out there are wine drinkers and you're familiar with the term sommelier, we also have that in the olive oil world, where we have tasters that will taste the olive oil and they will grade it, and if the olive oil passes, then it can become an ultra premium. We have lots of different specifications that we use for our olive oil. What we're going to show you now are ultra premiums, and they go from mild to robust depending on the chemical analysis. And that's not something we're going to get into a lot today. We do that in our Olive Oil 101 class. We talk about the breakdown of the chemicals, we talk about the health benefits of olive oil, and also different ways that you can cook with it. But these are our ultra premiums. They are freshest for 14 months from the time those olives come off the tree. So you can see on our tags that we put the crush date, we put the country of origin where it came from. This is the organoleptic taste panel, which tells how they were graded by those professionals that tasted it. So we try and help you find the flavor that's going to suit your needs and your cooking for what you want to do with that. So that's just a quick, brief rundown of our oils. We also have balsamic vinegars in the store. We have over 30 different types of vinegars in the store. And again, we have the first one that we're showing you is our traditional, which is probably one of our most popular, but we also have several flavors of vinegar. We have over 35 flavors in the store. So your balsamic vinegar, a lot of people come in and they don't necessarily want to try it because they think vinegar, it's tart, I don't want to drink vinegar. But this is a sweet, tangy, aromatic vinegar. It's made from the must of white Trebbiano grapes, and it's aged in various wood barrels. So similar to how wine is made, that's how our balsamics are made. They have a high yield with great acidity in them. So the balsamics are great for marinating meat. To tenderize meat, you have to break down the muscle fiber, and that increases the ability for the meat to retain moisture. So that's why people marinate so much when they're grilling or doing a roast. It just helps tenderize that meat. So we have lots of favorites in here that we like for tenderizing our meat or for marinating our meat. One of our favorite recipes in the store is using our dark chocolate vinegar, which I think you're going to see next. And we pair that with our blood orange olive oil, and we marinate chicken in it, and then we put it in the oven and roast it. And it's one of the most tender, flavorful chickens that you're going to ever have. We also have some recipes that we use for roasts. One of our favorites that we like to use is our espresso, and that's great for drizzling on a finished product, to make a sandwich, to put in your crock pot and just let it simmer all day long.
The nice thing about the espresso is that we had some people concerned about, okay, it's espresso, so does it have caffeine in it? No, it does not. And that would be a benefit for somebody who likes that caffeine, or not caffeine, but that coffee flavor, but not the caffeine that comes with it. So that was, it's a really nice, robust taste that is great with meats. And Kim has actually utilized it a lot more than I have in the crock pot, using the crock pot in your meats to simmer all day.
We use it a lot too as a finishing, and that along with the Neapolitan herb are great if you make a roast in your crock pot all day and you want to make sandwiches. The Neapolitan herb to me reminds me a lot of like an A1 or a Worcester steak sauce, but it doesn't have anything added. All of our balsamic vinegars are exactly what they say they are. If it's a raspberry balsamic, it has raspberries and grapes in it, and that's it. There are no colorings, no sugar, no extra additives to any of the vinegars, so they can all be used in replace of a condiment, is the best way to describe it. So whatever flavor you want to have that day, we can certainly help change up your cooking style, change your condiments up, and really step up your cooking to the next level. When you come in the store, we have all of the flavors are available in sample bottles. So you get a little tasting cup, you can taste anything. We can help you find a flavor that you might like, be it spicy, sweet, savory. Tell us what you want to do with it. If you're looking to have a marinade or you want to have a salad dressing, we can certainly help you put something together. You are more than welcome to mix some flavors in the store in a tasting cup so that you can see what they'll look like if you're going to put them together on a salad. We just really like talking about cooking and helping people out and find what it is that they want to do with their oils and vinegars.
Here's something that when we went by the raspberry, is that how many of you would have ever thought to drizzle raspberry balsamic on vanilla ice cream? And you'd be amazed at what these balsamics, when you drizzle them on an ice cream, the ice cream, because it's cold and you put that liquid on it, it is an amazing different kind of flavor combination, and your taste buds will greatly appreciate you.
You can make smoothies. I know we have some customers that use some of the different flavors in the morning to make healthy shakes and smoothies. We do, like Betsy said, have a lot of people that like it on the ice cream. And the great thing is there's no extra sugar or anything like that. So if you want to give your kids a healthy shake in the morning, or you want to add it to your breakfast oatmeal to change the flavor a little bit, that's what is great about all of these vinegars, is they do just really offer a nice change in your palate. So what you're looking at now are our white balsamic vinegars, and the white balsamic have not been around for a long time. Originally, typically the balsamics have come in a darker color. It's very similar to the dark balsamics. It's a little milder and a slightly less sweet. The biggest reason that they started making white balsamic vinegar is because the chefs were making these beautiful dishes and these great, fantastic flavors of balsamic, and then people were putting it on their dish and it would all turn dark and muddy looking from the dark balsamics. So really that's one of the biggest reasons that they came out with these white balsamics, is to help make your dishes look nicer and still get that extra taste that you wanted.
That coconut is amazing on chicken breasts when you marinate that with coconut and garlic and grill that. Just a little bit of a change up on that. And realize that you aren't going to be using more than a drizzle on your meats. A little goes a long way. The flavor impact on meat is amazing.
So we do have some different sizes in the store. When you come in, we have 4 different sizes. So we have what's called a sample bottle. These are smaller 60 milliliter bottles, so that if you want to just try some flavors and take them home, then you're more than welcome to do that. And then we have larger sizes for people who really want to get larger sizes, larger bottles. I think it's really fun when people come into the store and they tell us about the different combinations and what they're doing with their oils and vinegars, and we learn from our customers daily, just sharing with us their ideas and things that they have found to do. That jalapeno is a popular one. I hear about a lot of people putting that on pizza, in their pizza crust, just to give it an extra flavor. We're going to be using that oregano today in one of our dressings that we're making. Just about done with the balsamics. Do you have anything that you want to add or say about the?
I think as the viewers go by when Jacob passes by every one of these balsamics, it's amazing how many. I'm sure that the live streamers are going, wow, I never knew there was that many flavors. You would be surprised of how much you can incorporate these into every meal at your house. How many of you would have thought to put a balsamic into your oatmeal in the morning? You could make a baked oatmeal in a crock pot overnight and add the Gravenstein apple. The Sicilian lemon is great to even add to ice water. It's a nice touch.
So we've showed you all the oils and vinegars that we have in the store. We also have a lot of fresh pastas. These pastas come to us from a company in Colorado called Pappardelles, and what we like about them is that everything is fresh made. Once we place our order, they make our order and send it to us. It has a shelf life for about 12 months, and with every bag of pasta that you buy, we do provide you with some recipes that are tried and true from the company, and we give those to you to take home. So you can't have a store without having pasta if you've got oils and vinegars, right? We love our pastas. If you want to have a special dinner and just try something different. So another thing that you can do with olive oil is make cosmetics or soaps. In ancient times, the Greeks used to use olive oil for perfumes and to bathe in. So we have a lot of different olive oil soaps in the store. They're great if you have dry skin or dry hands. The flavor scents are amazing, and it just really makes a big difference using the olive oil soaps on your skin.
Especially with the summertime coming and wearing sandals, I noticed that the soles of my feet really soften up when I use the olive oil soaps. And a little goes a long way again. It's a great soap.
So if anybody has any questions, you can type them in the chat bar and Jacob will read them to us and we'll do our best to answer them for you. But we are going to make a couple dressings for you today and show you how easy it is to cook with your olive oils and vinegars. We'll try and give you some ideas as we're going along, and certainly feel free to jump in if you want to. So what we're going to start with today is just a basic vinaigrette, and I'm going to give you a couple ideas of what you can do differently just to change the flavoring, and then we're going to put it on a salad. So we're going to start with, I'm going to make a tropical salad dressing today. So I've chosen our coconut vinegar and our Persian lime olive oil. And I do have a beautiful salad down here that we made earlier that's got fresh mangoes and oranges and pineapple. We've got some cranberries in it. So we're going to make our tropical dressing and put that on our salad today. So we're going to start with, we will show you the recipe at the end, so you can write it down as we're going, or we can show you the recipe at the end. So we're going to start with our coconut, and we're just going to use a 1/4 cup of our coconut, and this is a white vinegar.
And we do sell those self-closing tappies in the store, and they're great.
So our coconut is a great infusion of our ultra premium white balsamic and a creamy smooth coconut. It's perfectly sweet, it's pleasantly tart and sweet smelling with a clean, rich, flavorful smell of coconut. It makes a fantastic dressing or a marinade. You can put it on a fruit salad. You can enjoy it in a cocktail, which we have served cocktails in the store before using vinegar. They're called shrubs, and they're fantastic also. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard to our dressing. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to switch here.
There you go. I'm the left-handed guy.
See, this is fun having all this
Yeah,
out. It's like I need that person at my house that can do
yeah.
all of this for me ahead of time.
I love it.
So we've got also a tablespoon of honey that we're going to add. And honey is a great sweetener, especially in any dish. You can use it to replace sugar and just anything, and it will really add flavor to your dish. And also in the dressing, it's a natural thickener. So if you want your dressing a little bit thicker, you can always add a little bit more honey to it. So the next thing that I'm going to add is some shallot, and I'm going to spend just a minute talking about shallots. I don't know how many of you are familiar with shallots or if you use them a lot, but this is what a shallot looks like. It's a part of the onion family, but it's a little more subtle. So an onion would come in a bulb where one bulb, where a shallot comes like this, and when you break it apart, you can see that it has different bulbs in it, like what a garlic would have. The good thing about using shallots in your salad dressing is you don't have that strong, pungent feeling of an onion. You get the crunch, you get the flavor, but it's a little more subtle. The other thing I like about using shallots in my dressing is that they cut up really small, and you don't have big chunks. In it. I don't have a good knife here, but you don't have big chunks of onion in your dressing. So you get the flavor. Right, so you get that nice flavor without having the big chunks of onion in your salad. So we'll just add a little bit more in there. And like I said, I'm Italian, so onions and garlic and everything is the way to go for me. So we're going to put our shallots in, and then we're going to add some salt and pepper.
And what kind of salt are you using today?
I am just using sea salt.
Yep, sea salt, guys. Throw out the Morton boxed salt. Just chuck it. It's got too many ingredients in it that are not actually salt. You want real salt.
We also found out this morning we don't have a whisk in the store, so we're going to put that on our list. So I'm using a fork, but you can just whisk all this together, and then we're going to add our olive oil in lastly. And like I said, I'm using the Persian lime olive oil.
I do like those.
Yeah, I do
Those
too.
are nice closing, self-closing.
Should have pre-poured this one so you don't have to watch me pour. Just about a 1/2 cup of the Persian lime olive oil. And our Persian lime is very zesty. It can be used almost anywhere. It lends a real dramatic flavor to sweet or savory applications. a salad dressing, a marinade, just drizzled over vegetables. You can use it in baking, like in a cake or muffins, and change your flavor. It would be great in like an aioli sauce. So you can really take your recipes to the next level just by changing the flavoring of your olive oil.
Especially with summertime coming, we want meals that aren't like we're going to heat up our stove. An idea would be ground turkey meatballs using the Persian lime and maybe some minced garlic and marinate that ground turkey with the Persian lime. Throw those in the oven and put those on a salad or even a salad, a pasta, you know, a very hearty pasta. Because again, you can have a bowl meal with that. We love that.
So that's it. That is our basic vinaigrette. You can absolutely pour the vinegars and oils straight on your salad. If you want to pre-mix them, we don't recommend that you mix them and keep them more than a couple days because oil and vinegar stays fresher when it's in larger container by itself. So when you start mixing it, you start breaking down the properties of it. So don't make more than you're going to use in a day or two. So after we put this all together, you can let this sit overnight in the fridge to let all of the flavors come in together. Oh, look at what she brought me.
I did.
So this is one that we made last night, and we just let it sit overnight. I'm going to let Miss Betsy try it because she didn't try it last night. But I have to tell you, I really like this vinegar, and I'll even let her pour it on some salad. If anybody's out and about today and wants to stop in and try it, you're more than welcome. We're here till 2 o'clock. You can stop and have a little salad with a little bit of our homemade balsamic on it. So like I said, this is a basic recipe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
That's really good.
So that's our basic recipe. So a couple other suggestions, if you wanted to do it like as an Asian salad, you could do it on a coleslaw for like an Asian coleslaw by using our honey ginger balsamic and our blood orange olive oil. You can do a caprese salad with a Neapolitan herb and a traditional with the garlic or the basil olive oil. A spinach dressing would be great with like our strawberry vinegar and our blood orange. Also a nice fall flavor would be our cinnamon pear, and you could put that with our lemon olive oil, and that would be a great salad for you too. So we're going to put this recipe up. If anybody has any questions, please type them into the chat box. We'll answer those for you. We're going to leave this up for just a minute so that you can write it down if you want to. I'm going to put some dressing on my salad here. You're going to eat some, aren't you?
I am going to eat some. Guys, this is good.
Our salad
Can
is...
I come over to your house?
You can. Our salad is beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I think we're going to serve this summer.
Greens and pineapple. You could put strawberries in it. So while she eats, Jacob is going to show you the recipe. So if you want to jot that down, you can jot that down. And I'm going to reset here for our next dressing that we're going to make.
There you go, guys. Beautiful. Okay, I wish you guys could be here eating it with me.
We've got some if you want to stop in today and try it. You're more than welcome.
Oh, man.
I need the honey. Don't take the honey. I need these two. But you can take those.
You know, the neat thing is about this is that, you know, you could do a salad like this and then grill up some chicken.
Yeah, you could do it on anything. You could put that on chicken. We have some people come in and use like the pineapple for a jerk chicken.
Wow.
Do we have any questions, Jacob? No. If anyone has any questions, feel free to type them in the chat and we'll answer those questions for you. The next thing we're going to make up, in just a minute here, I'm resetting my counter. We're going to make a creamy ranch dressing because how many people can't live without their ranch?
My kids can.
I know, and I thought of you when I decided to do this recipe.
Well, now,
kids like to sneak ranch back into the house.
Right, like they did. They smuggled it into the house, and I was like, okay. Wow. So you're gonna make the creamy ranch dressing.
We are going to make the creamy ranch dressing next. We've got everything ready to go.
Tim. This is a game changer.
The vinegar?
It is. It's so easy.
It is.
And I mean, it's like a pre-bag salad.
Yep.
Throw in, you cut up a tomato, or you cut up a pineapple.
We cut some fruit up and put the fruit in it. Yep.
That's a no-brainer.
Yep.
So
Whatever you want to do.
I love it.
Whatever. We just wanted something tropical today. It's a beautiful day. So we thought we would do that. So the next thing we are going to make for you is a creamy ranch dressing. We want you to use the vinegars and the oils, but we know sometimes it's hard to give up that ranch. So we're going to show you how to make a ranch, and you can do it healthy, and you can still have ranch in your house. So we are going to start with a half a cup of buttermilk.
What if people don't have buttermilk?
If you don't have buttermilk in the house, you can make buttermilk by using a tablespoon of lemon juice. Just add it to your whole milk or your 2% milk, just to make a half a cup.
Yep.
And just let it sit for a little bit so that the color or the flavors will mix, and you'll be good. All right, the next thing we are going to add is we are going to use wild dill olive oil, and we're going to use 2 tablespoons of our wild dill. You like the wild dill.
I love
Yeah.
the wild dill. I make a chicken dill soup in the crock pot. Amazing.
The other thing for these oils, we have a lot of people ask us, what do you do with oils? And most people think about just cooking with them, but there's so much more you can do. In the case of a soup, you can just drizzle it on your soup once your soup's in your bowl, and that will add that extra flavor, and you'll still get the health benefits of the olive oil. So you don't always have to cook with it. It's definitely great for a finishing oil. So our wild dill is a very aromatic oil, and it's a must-have for the Mediterranean culture. It's great on dressings, marinades. You can use it over cucumbers, in chopped salads, with fish, poultry, egg dishes. Again, in aioli sauce. There's so much that you can do with it. It's just a very, very versatile flavor.
I would say that I've used it several times to make deviled eggs.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great idea.
It really whips up nice with the yolks.
So next I have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and I am definitely a Miracle Whip person, but for this recipe I like to use real mayonnaise with it. You could use Miracle Whip if you want that extra little tang, but I really recommend using real mayonnaise for that. So the other thing, the oil that we're going to use in this is our oregano, and we're going to use 2 tablespoons of oregano olive oil, or vinegar, sorry. I feel like oregano should be in olive oil, which it will be because our company just made it, and apparently oregano is very, very hard to make in olive oil, and our company has tried for years, and one of our olive oil partners in the Mediterranean made one that actually won several awards. So it's in, our company has it, and we're going to be getting it in the store very soon. So that is our oregano vinegar, though, that we use. It's a sharp white. It's infused with the flavors of oregano. So it's great to use in any dish. Okay, next we've got minced onion. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of minced onion. And then I've also got Worcester. So I am going to put in a teaspoon of Worcester. And then I am going to use, again, some honey. And honey, like I said, is a great thickener. You can add more honey if you want it a little bit thicker. You can also use yogurt as a thickener. If you want this to be really thick, like you want to use it for a dip for like vegetables, you can omit the buttermilk and you can use sour cream instead, and that would make it thicker.
I wonder if you could use a plain Greek yogurt.
You could, absolutely.
That would
Yep,
also
absolutely.
work.
Yogurt, tahini paste would work
Yep.
if you want to use anything
Yep.
like that. So I have fresh chives out of my garden. That was the only thing I had that I could use fresh, but I've got some fresh chives that I'm going to put in. You can use dried chives. Usually, if you're going to use the dried, use half of what the recipe calls for fresh ingredients. So we've got our fresh chives. I'm going to add some dill. I don't have fresh dill at home, so I'm going to have to use my dried. So I'm going to use a teaspoon.
You know what I did with my dill?
What?
I actually have a old-fashioned garden cart on my front deck, and so all my herbs are in there, so I can go out the front door and I can snip off the dill, snip off the cilantro.
So we've got our parsley that we're going to put in. We used a teaspoon of parsley also, and we're just going to mix this up. Put some more salt and pepper in it.
And you're using peppercorns. I think that's a better route to go.
Using peppercorns.
I just like how it's a little fresher.
And this is all to taste. You know, recipes are a great jumping off point, I like to say, but it's not the end all to be all. So make your recipes what you want them to be. If you want to try some different spices, or if you want to change up your, put a different spice in, or more or less of one, feel free to do that too. So this is our ranch dressing. So this is our ranch dressing, and we made some last night and let it sit overnight. So this is what it looks like finished.
What do you think?
And we've got some vegetables. We made ours more like as a dressing, but like I said, if you want it to be thicker, you can use it thicker. But even my son, who has to have his ranch dressing, right, Jacob? He said it was good. So we're taking that as a testimony from a tried and true ranch lover.
This is good. Good. This is good. You know what? My boys wouldn't be able to smuggle, ranch dressing into the house anymore. That was amazing.
So we have both of those in the store. If you're out and about today and you want to stop in, feel free to stop in and try any samples.
You know what I like about this? Is that I know what you put in it.
Absolutely.
I think I'm not at the store going, oh, what kind of chemicals did they put in this ranch dressing? I know what's in it.
Right.
I love it. I mean, you could even get to the point where you could make your own mayonnaise.
Yeah, you could put this in a mason jar, just shake it up, take it to work with you, and have some dressing for a salad if you want.
Wow, that's good.
So that's what we have for you today. We're going to show you a picture of that recipe. If you want to take notes, feel free to write that down. We want to give a big thank you again to the White Pigeon Library. I think we went over our time that we were supposed to do a half hour. I think we've done about 40 minutes, so I apologize if we kept anyone too long, but we certainly had fun with you today. Thank you to the White Pigeon Library for inviting us. If anybody has any final questions, we would be happy to answer those at this time.
And know that we're open Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And Saturday 10 to 2. So we're hoping to get back into full swing, but right now we're open temporary. You can go to our website and order online. If you're within 10 miles of Sturgis, we will deliver it to you for free, or you can order it for pickup and stop in the store, but you are more than welcome to come into the store and browse if you like to. Hopefully we'll be able to do our Olive Oil 101 class in person with the library. We do have classes here for friends, family, whatever you want to do. If you want to get together your group and have your own private class, we talk more about the health benefits of olive oil. We do provide you with a 4-course meal. I don't know how soon we'll be able to start doing those again, but follow us on Facebook and we'll keep you posted with everything we have going on Facebook. Any parting words?
Well, you know what? We're glad that you joined us today, and we can't wait to see you in the store, and we can't wait to come over to the library to do maybe a face-to-face. It would be great. Know that we're here for the community. We want to help you cook right, cook healthy, and we're all about that. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, and thank you to the library for having us, and we hope to see you soon.
Thanks.
Thank you.